So while going through folders to see what I could get rid of, I came across the audio from when Squirrel Girl left YouTube. Of course, this occurred before we realised the importance of saving everything important that was put on YouTube before it vanished. And yet, something made me save it. So it occurred to me there's probably a lot of people that haven't heard this audio. And because it has been such a long period of time, there's also going to be plenty of us who forgot what was in this audio. So I thought I'd put it in a little video so we could have a listen to it and have a think and see if we've really learnt anything since the days of Squirrel Girl.
It is my belief still that something happened that night and that there was some type of cover-up going on. That's been my belief since day one, and I have evidence to back that up. So please rest assured and send prayers for this to be sought through to the end. So here's my description. If you guys could please share this with people, if people ask. So I'm sure, I can't even imagine what the rumors are going to say. I want to make one thing clear. This is not a win. This has nothing to do with Jeff's plans to extort me, whatever he was saying to bring out to light. Jeff, expose me. Put out whatever you were going to show. Put out whatever you were going to show. I am a middle-aged grandmother with several successful companies. I am a general contractor, a real estate investor. I don't even have a parking ticket. I have no type of criminal record. I've never been under the investigation for anything in my life, nor has anyone in my family that I know of. I have healthy, functional, non-addicted adult children that have that they have their own children. There's no dirt on me whatsoever. No dirt on me whatsoever. I have multiple properties in various names, business names, LLCs, in 4 different states. So I welcome you to try to track me down at which one I'm at what time. It'll be a waste of time. I'm rarely in the same location for longer than a week. I have no social media. I have no Facebook. I have no Instagram. I have no TikTok. No Twitter. My name doesn't show up on any searches. Jeff knows my name. And just to mention this too, I use an alias on PayPal transactions, which I recommend anyone does. And when he made that video for Nick, he said my alias name. So that means that he had access to my PayPal information. We also now know that he owns and operates VendorLock, which was the processing for the GoFundMe.org. So any of you that donated, he has all of your information and not just your name. So keep an eye out on your credit card. Would be a really good idea. Anyone that clicks that link that he keeps telling everyone to click the link, be careful. Because as you saw in the comment that I had posted from him in his own words that he planted a bot in a link that was sent. Okay? I provided proof. The proof was up for over a week. If you didn't get to see it and you still want the proof, it's your fault. You should have watched what you considered drama. And for you channels that say that what just happened, it was drama, I'll just remind you that the type of men that go nuts when a woman tells him no, and God forbid if a woman stands up to him, the type of man that just loses his mind, as this guy did, those are the type of men that you need to be afraid of. I guarantee, well, I can't guarantee, but there's a very good chance with the Idaho 4 murders that one of those girls may have rejected a man with the same behavior patterns. Jeff has a history of assault convictions, theft convictions. It's all on his record. It's all out there. He has been a scammer for years and years and years. The fact that he has so many people still following him is scary to me. But more so, the lack of channels that care to address this issue, that there's a monster that has the dark triad features that has been displayed in on his own channel for everyone to see, that people are okay with that. That people are okay with that, and then they call it drama. Drama is when you create unnecessary and you make things up. This was nothing made up. This was nothing made up. It's times like this where something happens and then people look back at the person's behavior and go, wow, why didn't they stop him? Why didn't they do something beforehand? Look at what he did. Look what he did. Look what he did. Well, here it's right out in your front of your face. Look at what he did. Look what he did. Look what he did. Well, here it's right out in your front of your face. I put evidence out, 7 different videos with proof. And then you can view his videos and you can see that this man is unhinged. Yet, by so many, it's considered drama. That is scary for me. Very scary for me. For those of you that did stick up, for you men that did stick up, thank you. Thank you. That meant a lot, especially when I know how hard it is for anyone to touch a subject that could be considered dramatic or a distraction. Because most of you didn't care about me. You don't care about me. You cared about my information. Some of you cared about me, but the majority didn't care about me. We don't care that you're being threatened. We don't care that you feel unsafe. We don't care that you were sent a hacking thing into your system. We don't care about that. We don't care that you were extorted. We don't care that they gave out your phone number and your name. That doesn't matter. Tell me what you know about Kylie. Get back on it, why don't you? You guys would be amazed at what the comments were. It's just ridiculous. I have never been monetized. I have never accepted a donation of any kind. Yet there are people that think they own me and that I'm responsible to them or that I owe them something. And I don't owe anything to anyone. Not a defense, not a receipt, nothing except to God. Period. He is the only creator that I will ever worship. He is the only opinion that I will ever care about. Period. So my about section. Due to verbal threats, written threats, attempts to hack my systems by sending infected links, accusations of being involved with Jared, saying I am covering for Nick. Okay, let's talk about that for a second, okay? Being involved with Jared. Okay, I have never communicated with Jared. I provided a receipt for that. Cece put that on her channel. What if I did know Jared? What would that mean? What would that mean? So say I did know Jared. What would that mean? Would that mean somehow I was involved? Are you saying that Jared at AWP, that he's somehow involved with what happened to Kylie? Like, what does that mean? So when I hear that, you know Jared, what would it be if I did? I didn't, and I don't. But what if I did? What would that mean? I still don't get that. Like, what is the thinking? And then covering for Nick. I haven't covered for Nick one bit. I can't tell you if he's telling the truth or not. I told you what I could verify and what I couldn't. I shared you what I could about his conversation. I shared you what I could share with you about his GPS. I don't know if the kid's lying or not. I have no idea. I never said I believed him. I never said that I proved what he said was true. I told you what I could verify, and I told you about questions that I still had. Okay? So when somebody asks to prove, I can't prove anything more than what I'm given. And I do my best to prove it or disprove it. So I hope everyone is grateful for the information that I brought into this case, into social media, that I did not have to. And you all know the attributes that I brought into this case. I had a ton of videos of good factual research. Not bullcrap, not conspiracy theories, but good, valuable research that validated or debunked the other crap that was going around on this platform. I did a good job. And I'm proud of that work. However, I am not proud of how information was used, how my information allowed other people to scam people, to harass people, and to exploit people. This platform is filled with some amazing creators that put work into content and verify stuff before they put out, and they do it in a responsible way. And then there are others that will put up anything, make up anything, create something, clickbait, or talk for hours getting super chats on stuff that could easily be debunked. Easily be debunked. Most of the stuff that I released was to debunk what other people were saying, because there were only a few out of all the true crime channels. Only a few of them would come right to the source, and a lot of times I was the source, because that's how I go. I go right to the source. I don't just speculate a bunch of crap and put it out just to get views and clicks, or to be popular, or for people to think that I'm so smart. So I am embarrassed at not realizing how I was part of the bad part of YouTube, because the information that I put out there was able to be used like that. And I will never do that again. And now I know what people feel like when they're being accused of something, of being involved in something. Hearing that I had something to do with this, linking me to Nick or to Jared, and having that feeling, it's not a good feeling. So the fact that I had thoughts about different people at different times and voiced that, shame on me. I feel awful about that. When my 2-year-old nephew was shot by a drive-by shooter at the end of September, I first reached out for help, and I immediately took my videos back down, because I would not want this community do what they think they're doing, which is trying to help. There's a difference between reporting on stuff, reporting on what verified sources have came out with. That's different. That's different. Giving your ideas, good ideas on things, discussing, but bringing stuff in and creating content, creating bullcrap to keep your viewers watching, that is so wrong. And that is what gives the YouTube community a bad name. And the fact that someone like Jeff Noyes can put out the content that he did, including asking for two men, to be harassed in real life, who can put out extortion messages in writing to other content creators, who can admit on their own channel in writing that they put tracking bots in a link. I could go on and on, but the fact that YouTube doesn't have any protection for that, that is scary. And that is there's no place for me on this platform. All my good research that I did, it was used to harass others, scam others, exploit others, all while thinking I was helping. So my channel content has been removed. I will use the valuable information and my skills to help find justice for Kylie, but it will not be in public. It will not be shared with anyone. So don't go to Cece, don't go to Harsh, don't go to anyone, because I'm done sharing anything with social media, period. I may go back to sharing squirrel videos and devotionals, so stay subscribed if you're interested in that type of content, which will be at a much later date, and if ever. I'm not making a promise that I will be doing that. I'm hoping so, and prayerfully I will, because I enjoy my squirrel videos, and I enjoy having something to do while my body is at rest. I will miss a lot of you. I apologize for leaving so abruptly. I have to follow this advice. This is important to maintain my safety and my family's safety. Due to hacking concerns, I cannot accept any emails, especially if they have links. This is a reminder that my channel is non-monetized. I never accepted a donation of any type. I offered a $5,000 reward and plea for anyone to come forward about Kylie. I purchased a memorial bench for Kylie that will be set this spring at Prosser, and I have all the necessary approvals for that. I have sent Bible study books out to people. I have sent money to different creators. I have done super chats. I have invested my time, energy, and money to be part of this community. But there's no place on here when there's someone like YouBackTube Jeff or J-Rod on Point or all of the people that follow them. So tune into their channels and see what kind of non-information you get. No receipts for either of their claims. I give receipts for everything. Again, for those of you that appreciate me, that respected me, that got to know me, which would be the ones that watched all of the videos that I put out, not just the ones about true crime. I shared intimate parts of my life, intimate details about myself to share the light of God with you. And I know it had a huge impact on a lot of you. And that is part of the purpose, and that's what makes this all worth it. So if you are someone that I made a difference in your life, know that that was God working through me, saying things through my mouth that God wanted you to hear. My recordings are never scripted. I push the button and I start talking. And sometimes things are said that are meant to be for someone else's ears. And I look forward to, in the future, getting to a point to where safety can be not as much of a concern, and I can learn to do that safely without putting myself or my family at risk. As for your continued prayers for answers, because God answers prayers and it matters. And if exposing YouBackTube Jeff and maybe keeping someone safe from him, someone else safe from him, if that was part of God's plan, then that's okay too. Because that is my purpose. To do what God leads me to do every minute, every hour of every single day. Thank you guys very much. Have a very Merry Christmas. And God bless you.
Just to finish off, Squirrel Girl, if you're still out there somewhere and you're listening to this content, thank you for all the hard work that you did in the beginning for Kylie's case. Thank you for lighting the flame in those of us who are still continuing to fight for Kylie.